Since I'm the director and my producer is not one to talk, it's very also it's no matter. I think that the main introduction to this play, since I'm also the playwright, is like how has been the process of writing, of doing the promotion, and now that all this little disaster that we had been in the acting, in the practice, that I hopefully please don't happen. Well, and I started, the idea came after vacations, and then started writing. I write the first half and the other, and the correction was more red than black, so I have to do a really extension of editions. But well, we have it, and with all the errors, it's my play. I love it. It's like all the authors tell. It's like a child for me. It can be short, but it has a little of my philosophy. If you can pay attention to the first part, the last part, it has a lot of what I believe. And well, to start, only two explanations. I'm playing with the real world and the unreal world. There are three personalities. They use a mask. One green, one blue, and one red. Their emotions or personalities depends on the perspective. And then will be does not interact with the physical form. They're part of the protagonist. And also, I'm recycling persons to do different characters. So if you see like there is one person being two more than one person as character, is that there is a short. That's all. Well, I expect you to like it, and that's all.
Strange, but we have business.
What are curious men seeking suffering in others so that they can discharge themselves on their own?
You need to stop being so weird. You're going to scare them away.
The problem, if you don't notice, is that we are everything less than normal.
In fact, the term normal is something relative. It depends on your perspective.
You always listen to some people's stories that no one cares about.
They should care because their perspective is all they know.
You can say that for later.
You really need to stop arguing.
We didn't argue that much.
No, only since we separated, and we've been like this for 3 or 4 years. She seems nice.
It has been a while since wanting to be in touch with outside people. Inside people are tired of us.
But at least they gave us a great service. Food, medicines, and books have never lacked us.
Food. You have a problem if you recommend that garbage as food. It is on a strange mixture and tastes nasty, and also has a brown color so that it can look more appetizing. And these books, we have read them like 100 times. They're very basic, almost for kids.
At least we have them. They may not be luxurious, but we manage to survive.
Survive is never enough.
In this place, that's the best we can do.
And what about the medicines? The only thing they do is destroy what we have been constructing for ages. Since we started taking those pills of health, we have losing control, even some memories. All because of that cure stays present as a cure. You're not going to answer, right?
Look, it seems like she's going to tell us something.
He always does the same.
Hi sir, I'm Dina. I'm from a newspaper called The Planet. I'm here to ask you some questions that help me to get some information about these Asian plays.
So, she's here for the place, not for us. And also she used wrong the word Asian. This place isn't at all.
That's sad, but it doesn't matter.
We need to stop telling the obvious things.
Sir, are you okay? Why do all my stories have to get involved with sick people? Sir, is it okay if I ask you some questions?
There's no problem.
Wow, I didn't expect him to answer. How is life here?
It's perfect.
Really? Why?
Let me finish. It's perfect if you want only to survive, because here everything sucks. Bad food, no company, lack of any kind of entertainment, and bills from hell.
That has more sense. Sorry, I'm not telling that you...
Don't worry, in here correct things are useless. We cannot change the perspective that people have toward us.
And what kind of perspective do people have on you?
For some, don't even exist. The ones who know us see us like something different out of line, but especially like something, not like someone. I'm not saying that they should treat us like gods or like equal, but at least like people. But all of us are, of course.
I'm not really sure what you were trying to tell me, but let's move on.
Okay.
What is your story?
What do you mean about my story?
Your travel through life also can be how you got here.
I don't like to look to my past.
That's okay, we can move on to the next question.
It is a great opportunity for us. Make our story known.
Past is past and it needs to remain hidden.
Every deleted situation is going to explode sometime, and it also gives us the opportunity to go over with it.
With this opportunity, I have the idea of telling her everything.
You know it, and you know how disgraceful it is.
You said that the past cannot harm us again, so
Okay.
Wait, you really want to know?
I'm very curious, why not?
Okay, so make yourself comfortable because this is only the beginning.
And how was your day, Bruno? Hey, Bruno.
Bruno, I talked to your mother.
It was fine, okay, fine, that's all.
That's good. My day was pretty fun. Me and my friends went to a place called La Villa.
Here she comes again. I wonder if it is possible for her to stop talking about herself.
it doesn't happen every time.
You're right, certain point, because every time she starts talking, it is about her and her friends. The most impressive expression of this terrible attribute is when a topic is buried. But when I say buried, it's because I really mean it. Far from her life. I don't comprehend how she makes a join in the conversation so that her life can be mentioned. It doesn't matter which aspect of her life, she needs to mention it.
But it's okay, that's the way we can know about her. After all, she's our mother. I think that we can talk to the end of time about it, but we are going to make any difference. We need to take some action now, not that we have the chance.
I don't know, it may bring a lot of negative consequences to our family.
If you can say this is a family, I don't want you to do it because I know you don't have the guts to do it. I only ask you for permission.
This may not be a perfect family, but
Let me guess, you're running out of words to hide your cowardice.
I may be a coward, but my friend, there is a way to survive.
You're a coward, not a conformist. Surviving isn't enough. It is never enough. We need to take some action now, or nothing will change.
You're trying to convince me, but I cannot swallow all of it. What about all the consequences that it will have? What if they stop talking to us, or even expel us from here, from our house?
If they stop talking to us, it won't represent a big change in our daily life. And don't worry if they tell us to leave our home, we can manage to live without them.
You have already made up an argument for all my statements. That shows me that you have already decided, and that means that it doesn't matter what I say. We are going to do it.
You know me well.
Yeah, just do it short, okay?
I'll do my best. Let the party begin.
That's really interesting.
Really? It doesn't seem like very expression.
I'm just really impressed about your ability to turn any conversation at the point where the main topic of it is you or your friends.
What?
You don't have only terrible abilities. You have a very long list of these abilities. But because I'm going to have mercy on yourselves, I will only mention one. You are terribly deaf for all the necessities that are around you. The only sound you hear, Father, is the sound of the bills entering your pockets. But Mother, that's a completely different story. The only voice you're capable of distinguishing is the one you own. All the times that I cried for help, the reason that are located in the angry faces that see me now. You two have a mysterious ability to silence my voice, the voice that was asking for help, but now is reclaiming the lack of it.
The bills which I listen and you want that let us have this lifestyle.
A lifestyle in which love is applied to things and not to people.
You have to respect your parents. The ones who raised you up, the ones who gave you life.
You may be the ones who gave me life, but the majority of us can do that, so don't feel so special. The aspect that makes things different is the love that you give to your child. And the only one who gave me love the way you were supposed to is now underground. And now, I'm alone, with two monsters that only want the fortune that I have here from the one that was so great that raised up you and me, even though he wasn't supposed to. I know how you feel. You feel jealous of me, of my...
That's enough.
You may be the ones who have the power in this prison, but my sentence is about to finish. I stayed one more week in that house, because I needed some time to make a plan. During that week, we didn't say a word. We didn't eat together. I became a stranger in the house.
Family problems are very complex.
Even more when you're as crazy as me.
But I think the family problems aren't the only important thing to face in this life. What happened next?
My biggest tragedy is going to be told by this young version of myself. Hi, whom do I have the pleasure to talk with? Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize your voice, Anthony. What news do you have? Did they accept? And why did they say that? Can I have a meeting with them? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, you little bastard, you were playing with my feelings. All this time you were playing with me. I noticed, it is impossible that they talk so bad about my work. Yeah, and just to be sure, did they really accept? Are they going to publish it? Yes! Of course, we need to clear up some things, but we can see it later. Okay, see you. And Anthony, you're the best. Bye. We have to celebrate.
Hi. Whoa, what's all this?
Hi, just give me a second to put this on the table.
What's all this about?
We're celebrating.
What are we celebrating, my dear?
Before I tell you, why don't we make yourself comfortable.
It is impossible for me not to be comfortable in my own home and with my beloved.
Then you surprise me.
You have already surprised me with all this scene.
Do you want to know about it or not?
Of course I want to know. Curiosity threats me to death. I just don't see the necessity to consider to find out.
You know how I am. I really torture you.
And you know I like playing games with you, but it's been enough playing.
Oh, beautiful and dangerous love. My ever ignited by beauty and facts. I don't know how I ended up with such a great woman. Sometimes my reflection, but there is no human in this poor world that is more different from me and her. A perfect balance between these two souls that they love and make you stronger. Resistant to the waves of conflict of life, and threatens existence. Love the inner soul. But when balance is maintained, fortress king. It could have some cracks, but if it stays in one piece, it will be enough.
Like everything in life, conformity occurs, and if the cracks are repaired, eventually it will fall.
The task of loving, give love, is easy, beautiful.
The action of maintaining love, perhaps the most difficult.
You know I like poetry, but was it really necessary?
It is the way that I found out to represent how much you love her, and how much you loved her.
Why did we return to that night?
The secret that we are celebrating is a matter that you must guess.
So now you're the one playing games with me.
Indeed, my dear, but it will be funny, don't you think?
Okay, easy. You're going to publish a book inspired by nonsense stories of your childhood. Put them all together in an improved plot that uses the famous structure of the path of the hero. Of course, you add your own personality to the book, including characters inspired in real-life people.
I didn't expect you to hear what it's all about.
There are many skills you know from me.
You have already read my notes. Where did you find them?
At the back of nowhere,
So how did you find it out?
you're unable to keep a secret, especially when you talk out loud about it.
Sometimes the best stuff is the truth. Well, surprise.
You have already shown me how to celebrate these things. Now let me show you how to celebrate them.
How convenient. Yeah, they love me. They accepted all my terms. The book's been printed already. All thanks to you, Anton. You're the best. Well, I'm arriving home. I need to sit down and try to handle all this happiness I'm feeling right now. Bye. I've never felt so excited since that night. That reminds me of someone I should call.
Hi.
Hi. I'm going to tell you that in approximately 3 weeks, my book is going to come out and it's going to be placed on the shelves of many bookstores.
I'm very happy for you. I'm in the grocery store. Do you need anything?
No, I'm fine. See you later, alligator.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. All these emotions going my head. I could rest on them. Wow. It's very late and Rosie's in here. I should call her. No one answered. Hi?
Mr. Arnold,
Yes?
I am very sorry, sir, to inform you that we found a dead body of your wife in Kibowa Street. We think that it may be a armed robbery because in your body there were multiple shots.
Wait for everyone, sir. It was at this moment that I knew nothing would be the same. The voices rise to my head and invaded my thoughts. I lost myself. Before I was me, then I became us. It was like breaking a mirror that divided its reflection. As a real man that doesn't know what to do to face such a terrible situation, I ended up in a bar.
What are we doing here?
It is something that you think,
This may be, but it is not a solution.
but we're not solving anything. We don't have any power in life for that.
The thing, my dear, is that we're only making it worse. I know that we know that alcohol will drop with depressive symptoms, but we only make longer our suffering.
All logic is useless when you confront it with human emotions and behavior.
So you're using irrational behavior of the majority to justify your actions. If they throw themselves on a bridge, will you do it?
What happened, Mom? I haven't seen for a while. There is no bigger excuse for his actions.
It's enough. We're here to stop thinking about what happened, and that's what we're going to do. Look. Michael Vodka, sir. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name, little fellow?
Our name's my name is Bruno. Sorry.
Okay, that was strange. My name is Martin. You don't visit this place so often, right?
You're right. I'm new to this place.
Putting aside the fact that you're really strange, you seem like a really good man. What party makes a man like you come to a place like this, or correct me if I'm mistaken?
My beloved and myself were separated by a complot made by destiny and death. The cracks in my soul finally developed, and I fell into pieces.
So basically, your, I suppose, wife, by the way you talk about her.
If you want to make it simple.
That's so tragic. What a joke. Women aren't allowed to be sad. They can be replaced by any other woman or man. It depends on how desperate you are.
You talk for yourself. Your life had to be empty of love, so that you talk that way and you believe it's true.
I may not have love for people, but I'm happy for their services. After all, I'm happy, not like you, sir.
You're like a gentleman, I know, and my hatred is the only thing he deserves from me. The thing was that I never got a chance to express it to you.
Thanks for bringing me back. There isn't any problem. After all, we have a deal.
After all, any service has its price. In this case, for the transport and your silence.
It is a pleasure to make business with you.
Moved from a prison to another. The little of freedom that I had has disappeared in front of my eyes. Well, let's see the happy side, to go in some way, of this situation. First, we have a perfectly located balcony, and second, that our vengeance can be executed.
What a full service of the gentleman.
You're lucky that your father has a lot of contacts everywhere, don't you think, my dear?
Indeed, I'm lucky. Rebels look for chaos as a destiny. That depends on what the sky turns to tragedy.
It's funny how you show off your health in such a way. Well, after all, it's one of the few moments you offered to me.
As insolent as the last time, the difference between yesterday and today is that independence in Coffee Fort has been abolished.
Through the eyes of the yes, but a little of my power remains so far.
This is an example of how insane you are. Which power do you have? You are winning, no money, no freedom.
The most important power that I possess and you lack of is vitality, represented on my healthy muscles and bones that can perfectly keep my body. Not like you, a creepy and unstable figure that can barely walk.
After my attempt of winning your favor, you've been able to give it to me?
To forgive you aren't an option. Even when you try to win my favor, you laugh at me and my situation.
But
As you once said, that's enough. Here it comes.
Bruno, what have you done?
It's obvious, don't you think? You know, when I stopped and pushed him down that perfectly located balcony.
how did you feel when you did that?
My expectation could reach glory, but in reality, only emptiness.
Please, take a look at these images and then tell me what you can interpret from them.
A bee looking at itself in the mirror. A giant man sitting on a throne. Twins doing a high five. A fire mountain. The head of a small dog. A small bat. And a girl looking at herself in the mirror.
Do you hear voices when you're alone?
I think the question may be when you don't hear voices.
I have news for you. One good and the other one another good. Which one will go first?
I think I prefer the bad one first so that the good one can eliminate the bitter flavor in my tongue.
Okay. The bad one is that they're terrible insane. It suffers something called DID, dissociative identity disorder. The basic thing is that you're divided into multiple personalities that convert yourself in different ways. To put it in some way. The good one is that you aren't a criminal. Well, yes, but you're not going to jail.
So where do I go?
To a mental hospital.
Isn't it the same?
Slightly.
And that's the way I ended up here.
I'm going to crush Harry with this story.
The same face as a cat just had.
Did you say something?
No?
Whoa, it's very late. Only if I'm looking at something.
Of course, I have no problem.
What happened with your mother?
She only came here once a few years ago, wearing a new wedding ring on her middle finger. I suppose she married another man, which doesn't surprise me. I think she never felt love for my father. She only felt love for his money.
What is the biggest lesson that I have studied?
I think that the biggest lesson that life has taught me is its meaning.
For centuries, the meaning of life has been so simple. To be born, grow up, reproduce, and I always try to maintain our physical form. So just to make it short, to survive.
Well, when we survive, came from the unusual, almost the search for a new meaning started. Many philosophers try to reach an exact meaning that could be applied to all humans.
But they fail because humans aren't all the same.
Life couldn't be life if there isn't someone to live for it. That means that you have to choose your own way to live, your own meaning of life.
This isn't an easy decision because you have to take into account many things. Will it fulfill my goals? Will it match my personality? Will it be strong enough for me not to fall into the void?
I know you missed my last question, but it's one of the most important things you have in mind to choose your meaning.
Can a meaning be strong? Of course, after all, it is going to be the tool to move on in this unpredictable world.
What is the void? It's a place that has an escape, or at least it's very difficult to escape to. I mean, it's constantly trying to pull you down to itself.
The void can also be your biggest fear, your family, loss of your vitality, or yourself.
But in this case, we have the keys. The void will always be the opposite of your meaning.
I think you are going to be surprised by this, but it's easy to fall into the void. But passing through it is a very tough task.
As all things in life, there is no bad news. There are many tools that can make this task easier, and if you've been paying attention, you already know what it is. Yes, it is.
I warned my audience, you don't want to fall into the void. See me, see my family, or myself.
Passing through this tough task is very difficult with only one tool, but I never said you can only choose one. Simplifying this bunch of words, find your own meaning of life and fulfill your task or dream. And finally, good luck. 12 o'clock, what a coincidence, don't you think?
Sir? Sir! Up to that moment, I didn't understand how he died. But after the nurses moved his body, they told me those cases were very common in patients like Bruno, because of the strong medicines he used to take. At least, the end of Bruno's story makes me think about the meaning of life. Do you know which one to choose?